Have you ever noticed that the end of the year brings up two very different experiences? Some people slow down, reflect, and integrate all their learnings, while others speed up. They push harder or avoid the discomfort they simply don't want to face. And the interesting part is, it's not the year that changes you. It's the version of you that you choose to take into the next one. So as we head toward the end of the year, I want to have a very real conversation with you. And it's not about goals. It's about the inner architecture that determines whether those goals actually become your reality. Now, most people think that change begins with action. It doesn't. Change begins with identity. Your unconscious mind is always asking, who am I in this situation? Who am I allowed to be? What feels safe for me right now? And when the unconscious answer conflicts with the conscious goal, you get resistance, overwhelm, overthinking, procrastination, or sabotage. Not because you're weak, but because your system is protecting an older version of you. This is why people repeat the same New Year patterns every year. It's not a motivation problem. It's a pattern problem. And patterns live in the unconscious. Your nervous system does not care about your goals. It cares about two things: what feels familiar and what feels safe. If you have spent years in fight, flight, fawn, freeze, achievement mode, or emotional overload, then expanding your life feels threatening, regardless of how much you may want it. And here's the thing, the unconscious does not distinguish between a real threat, an imagined threat, or a remembered threat. To your system, it's all the same. So when you walk into the new year with the same nervous system patterns from the last few years, the outcomes don't change. And this is where conscious communication, emotional mastery, and unconscious coaching come together in the most powerful ways. And here's the truth. Every behaviour makes sense when you understand the map that created it. If you feel stuck, there's a pattern. If you self-sabotage, there's a pattern. If you freeze when opportunities arise, there's a pattern. And these aren't personality flaws. They're learned responses. They're stored in the body, expressed through language, and reinforced through identity. And until you shift the meaning behind those reactions, you keep reenacting the same experiences in new situations. That is why unconscious coaching is essential. You simply can't talk your way out of a pattern that wasn't created logically. Most people set goals that mismatch the identity they're operating from. They want clarity, but they behave like someone who doesn't trust themselves. They want confidence, but they speak to themselves as though they're someone who is unworthy. They want change, but operate with the same emotional capacity that they had 5 years ago. Strategy without identity alignment is useless. But when your identity shifts, your behavior follows automatically. And that is why true transformation begins with the unconscious mind. Before you make plans for next year, ask the deeper questions. What identity am I carrying into the new year? What patterns am I still reenacting from old chapters? What does my nervous system believe it's safe for me to have? What emotions am I resisting that need integration? And most importantly, who do I need to become to expand my life in the way I know it can? Because if nothing changes within, nothing changes outside. And this is the difference between people who grow every year, year after year, and people who repeat the same year and call it progress. Deep transformation does not come from forcing behaviour, making rigid plans, or stacking more tasks onto your schedule. It comes from shifting the patterns, emotions, language, and internal strategies that shape your entire life. And this is at the level where communication changes, emotional capacity expands, old meaning structures dissolve, unconscious programming updates, confidence becomes embodied, decisions come from clarity instead of fear. And this isn't about learning techniques. It's about becoming someone who naturally communicates, regulates, leads, and makes decisions from a more integrated state. Transformation is not something that you try to do. It is something that emerges when your internal architecture shifts. As we come to the end of the year, this is the moment when people often say, I want next year to be different. But the truth is, next year can only change if you do. If you have been feeling the pull to expand, to understand the unconscious patterns that you've been carrying, or to build the emotional and mental skills that actually create change, there are many pathways opening early in the new year. There's Step Into Your Power, a powerful personal breakthrough experience designed to clear old emotional residue, upgrade identity, and align you with the future that you want to step into. Applied 3-day modern hypnosis, a practical skill-based training where you learn to work with the unconscious mind to regulate physiology and create change safely and effectively. The Mind and Soul Alignment Incubator. This is deeper identity level calibration, where emotions integrate, patterns update, and you become the version of you that your future requires. If any of these pathways speaks to you, you can download the information pack using the links. You don't have to walk into the new year as the same version of yourself. You get to choose who you become. And your future is waiting for the you that you're ready to step into.